y'all. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, share the video, turn on your notifications. We straight to it today, man. We got a lot of stuff to do, so we gonna get straight into the video. Look, bro, and before I do too, man, make sure you hit the like button. Because y'all be coming through watching the videos, but you be forgetting to hit the like button. And I'm live tonight at 7:30 p.m. Central Time. We're gonna be cooking up something good for y'all, so be sure to tune into that, man. It's gonna be one of them ones. Y'all know when I say it's gonna be one of them ones, it's gonna be one of them shows tonight, bro. I'm just letting y'all know it's gonna be one of them shows. But let's get to it, bro. Look, Yordenis, Ugas, and Yella Beezy. Yella Beezy, the rapper based out of here in Dallas, good friends with Errol Spence Jr. They had something to say about Spence and Crawford, and I want to talk about it. So Yordenis, Ugas say, did what he say, bro. He say, where is that, bro? I don't know what the blank happened. I don't know what the F happened. I mean, that wasn't the Spence that fought with me. He seemed like a completely different person. I think at 154, the rematch will be more competitive. And then Yella Beezy went on to Undisputed with Skip Bayless. He went on Undisputed and he said Errol Spence had to have been weight trained in that first fight with Terrence Bud Crawford. And so, as you can see, as we get further and further away from it, and then closer to Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford too, it's a lot of people coming out with theories, a lot of people coming out with different things, and now people close to Errol Spence in terms of Yella Beezy being a friend, and then Yordenis Ugas being a person that shared the ring with him, are coming and they're saying things that some would tell you like your eyes ain't lying to you, bro. Like that's what it is. And Yordenis Ugas shared the ring with Errol Spence, obviously went to the Spence and Crawford fight, and he said to his eyes that that wasn't the same Spence that he fought against. And then Yella Beezy, you know, he gonna always ride for his partner, you know what I mean? That's how we do here in Texas. If we cool with you and you one of our homies, we gonna ride. But anyway, he's saying that he believed he was weight trained. So this is what I would say about all of that, bro. This is what I would say about all of that, right? Errol Spence being himself or not being himself, that's solely the responsibility of Errol Spence Jr. That's not on Terrence Bud Crawford, bro. So when you use it in the way that Yella Beezy is using it, or the way that Yordenis Ugas are using it, or other Errol Spence fans that I come across, when you use it in that way, bro, it just comes across as an excuse for his performance, when in reality, it's not really an excuse. It's more of an indictment. Now, whether that's an indictment of Derrick James training him, if that's an indictment of the camp that he had, if that's an indictment of a bad decision to stay at a weight class too long because of pride, whatever it is, bro, that's about Errol. That ain't got nothing to do with Bud Crawford. It's like when people talk to me about Tank Davis and Yuriorkis Gamboa comes to mind. Oh, well, you know, he struggled with Yuriorkis Gamboa, but bro, he won damn near every round. He dropped him like 3-4 times on the way to stop him. Well, shit, Yuriorkis Gamboa, you know what I'm saying? He hurt his ankle. He tore his Achilles, so that's the only reason Tank got him out of there. Well, look, bro, like it ain't Tank's fault that whatever injury he may or may not have in the ring, whatever kept him from being himself, not being himself, Tank did what he did to him, bro. Tank did what he did to him. Or people after the Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia fight, oh, you know, he couldn't take that body shot because he was weight drained. Tank weight drained him and shit. Bro, like, Ryan made the decision that money was big enough to where he was willing to put himself in that position. No, like, ain't nobody, like, matter of fact, his promoter, Oscar De La Hoya, was trying to get him to not take the fight. He signed on the dotted line and took that shit, so you can do all this shit before the fight, yada, 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 but after the fight is over, the fight is over. Why we making excuses for these fighters and shit? Now, you want to have a conversation with me about rehydration clauses and catch weights and fighters choosing the size of the ring in boxing? Like, I've always made my opinion well known on that, bro. I've always made it well known on that, and that shit ain't gonna change. But these excuses after the fact, You talk how you talk leading up to the fight. You say what you say leading up to the fight. But once those fighters get in the ring, bro, all this shit is off. All that shit is over with. The outcome is the outcome, bro. And to be doing this shit, what you're hearing these guys do in the case of Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence, bro, whether inadvertently or on purpose, you making Spence look weak and you making the fan base look weak, bro. I'm just letting you know, like you really showing that you don't know how to handle an L. Now, there's Terrence Crawford fans out there too that don't know how to handle the W. You know, they trying to take W's where there are no W's. They trying to take this W over here and apply it to this over there. And now, since I won this right here, I won this too. But I just don't like it, because whatever you want to point to, if you want to say, I done heard all kind of shit, bro. I done heard people talk about he was high or some bullshit. I done heard people talking about he might have been like out like loopy. Somebody put something in something that he took, like he took a sedative, or all kind of crazy shit that you hear here on YouTube and on Twitter and on social media and shit. He was weight drained, his weight cut was bad, he was injured and like I done heard so many things as to why Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence, the first fight, happened the way that it happened. At the end of the day, you can't take anything away from the fight, because let's say that anything that people are saying the truth. Let's say he did get hurt. Let's say he did get hurt and he couldn't spar for 4 to 6 weeks or whatever the story is. If that did happen, it's then Errol Spence's decision to say, look, I can't be the best version of myself. I know I got to be the best version of myself in this fight. Al, unfortunately, we're going to have to postpone it. We're going to have to move it back. We're going to have to do something to where I can properly train. So if he was unable to properly train and he made the decision to go through with the fight anyway, that's still on him, bro. That's still on him. And I love Errol, bro. I can't stand Bud Crawford. But that's why you see Errol moving the way he moving. He not saying this shit. It's people that have fought him, friends and fans and shit. He moving how I'm talking to y'all right now. Let's say it was him being weight trained. Why he looked like that and why he performed that way. Let's say that is true. I'm not saying it is or isn't. But when you at a weight class for 10 plus years, probably what it is, probably should have been moved up. But anyway, let's say that is true. At the end of the day, bro, his weight cut, the weight class that he fights in, his decision to stay at a certain weight class or move to another weight class, all of those decisions are decisions that are solely on the shoulders of Errol Spence Jr., bro. So, to blame that, to make that the reason for him losing, it's still because of him. So you might as well just give the other fighter credit, right? You might as well just give the other fighter credit and cheer for him to do better in the rematch. And it's not far-fetched. Chris Eubanks Jr., Liam Smith, just happened. Again, these examples, bro, they come to the top of my... Joe Lewis, Max Mellon, bro, I'm going to keep telling y'all. Lennox Lewis, Hakeem Rahman, bro. Muhammad Ali and Joe Frazier. Dudes have been beat. They have been beaten convincingly. And then came back and got their get back before, bro. So, root for that. But when you make excuses behind this shit, bro, and all of those excuses still lead to the decision-making of the fighter that you're making excuses for, you might as well just give the other fighter credit. I'm going to say it again, bro, because some of y'all not getting it. When you make excuses, and the excuses still lead back to the decision-making of the person that you're making excuses for, then you might as well just give the other person credit. So if the excuse is weight drain, Errol chose to fight at that weight class. Errol chose to stick around. So why even make that excuse? If the excuse is, oh, he was injured and he was unable to spar, if that's your excuse, then being injured and unable to spar and still going through with the fight, knowing you couldn't properly train, that's still a decision made by Errol Spence Jr., bro. So every excuse that I hear people making all lead back to Errol anyway. So why are you making excuses that lead back to something that he decided to do? Instead of just saying, hey, hey man, Bud got this one. He did what he needed to do. He get the full credit. And the rematch is coming. I'm a root for Errol in the rematch. Errol, fix all the shit that you fucked up at, because you're going to have to even have a chance in this fight. And I'm rocking with you with still man down all day, every day. That's how I'm coming. I don't know what y'all be doing, bro. So, Yordenis Ugas comments, Yella Beezy comments, as y'all probably expected from your boy Knockout Boxing, bro, I'm not feeling that shit. I'm not feeling that, bro. I'm not feeling that. I still believe in Errol Spence. I still want him to win. I still think that the best version of himself, that fight is a totally different fight. I still favor Terrence Crawford based on the first fight. I don't see Errol winning, but I know he can do better than he did in that first fight, bro. And I respect the fact that he going in there and trying to be a soldier. And not trying to be a soldier. I respect the fact that he a soldier going in there and trying to make it happen, bro. But what I'm not going to do is make excuses for him based on decisions that he made, bro. Because every excuse that you can make for him is all boiled down to him. Weight cut, weight drain, that's him. That's his body, that's his weight cut, that's his job, bro. The excuses of being injured and not being able to spar and all that shit, bro, that's him. The decision to go through with the fight, not postpone the fight, go through anyway, even though you felt like you were underprepared and shit, that's on him. Oh, Derrick James didn't train him properly, didn't make the adjustments, didn't do this. It's Derrick James' fault because he didn't have Errol ready or blah, 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 all that shit. Well, shit, Errol paid Derrick James. He the boss. That's still an Errol Spence decision, bro. That's still his decision. So I just need everybody, bro, if you don't take nothing from this video, man, stop with the excuses. That go for the fighters and shit. And Yordenis Ugas just trying to talk Errol up like that because Errol beat his ass, bro. He just talking like that because Errol put a whooping on his ass, bro. So, of course, that's why when dudes get knocked out, they lose, they always pick the person that beat them. Or if they lose to two fighters, they pick the person that beat them worse to win. Because if I lost to him and he beat you too, at least I lost to the best and you lost to him too, so you can't have one up on me. You can't have one up on me, bro. It's like if Tank Davis fight Vasily Lomachenko, Devin Haney's going to want Vasily Lomachenko to win. He doesn't want Vasily Lomachenko to fight Tank Davis and Tank Davis to whoop Vasily Lomachenko ass worse than he did. That's how rivals are. That's how people are in the same weight class. If Vasily Lomachenko would have fought Shakur Stevenson, Devin Haney would probably want, and Teofimo Lopez would probably want Shakur Stevenson to struggle with Lomachenko the same kind of way that they did. They don't want him to watch him to make it seem like he's levels above them. You can bet your bottom dollar Teofimo Lopez was happy as shit with the Lomachenko and Devin Haney fight. The only thing he probably wasn't happy with was the outcome, but he was happy to see that it looked like that. It seems to most people that Vasily Lomachenko was more competitive with Devin than he was with him, bro. Fighters is like that. You can't tell me that they not. So that's where Ugas is coming from it, bro. This dude put me in the hospital, got my eye bleeding for 2-3 weeks, broke my ribs and shit, and then go in there and get done like that. Oh nah, he couldn't have been himself. He couldn't have been himself because he probably feeling like shit. If that's the Errol I fought, I'd have beat his ass too. That's just how fighters is, bro. But for fans and friends and guys like Yella Beezy, bro, stop with that shit, man. Because whatever excuse you trying to get at, man, they all things that he put on himself by way of his decision making. So he gonna eat that. And he eating that like a man, bro. He eating that shit like a man, standing 10-toe down and just trying to continue to push forward and try to go get his shit back. So I don't even know why people still talking about that. What y'all need to be talking about is what we trying to push on this channel. Here's what he has to do to have a chance in a rematch. These are the adjustments that I can see him being able to make in this amount of time to give himself a shot. And it's very simple, yo. And I'll say it and I'll wrap the video. I've said it on a live stream. For him to have a shot to beat Terrence Crawford, best camp, got to go through unscathed so you can get the work in that you need to get in. Derrick James need to be focused on you, not have too many cooks in the kitchen, so to speak. You got to have your best weight cut, and you got to have your best strength and conditioning that you had in your career. The Errol Spence in terms of being in shape, being physically strong and shit. The dude that fought Kell Brook, the dude that fought Chris Algieri, the dude that fought Lamont Peterson, that's the one that need to show up to have a shot. That's before you even get to the ring. As far as adjustments in the ring, like I've been telling y'all, bro, this is too far apart for him to change his style. But the good things he can do that you can get out of there, because he don't do this shit all the time. I don't know where this shit coming from. That reaching and shit, bro. Reaching and trying to just press forward without landing a shot first. You can't go through that minefield of counterpunching and angles and timing and creativity that is Bud Crawford. Just go in blindly, all aggression at him. The adjustment he can make to keep himself from reaching over his front foot, keep himself from lunging. The only time he should try to get to the inside on Terrence Crawford is off of a land punch. Off of a jab that he lands. And then he can take down that whole quantity shit with his jab. Instead of trying to throw that bitch 35, 40 times around just to get out there and feel some shit, you need to throw that bitch to land and land it hard. So if that means you reduce your work rate and you actually try to find the opening and land that bitch with power, that's going to get you inside and keep you from reaching if you just go forward and you try to take your steps in off of a landed shot. Those are adjustments that you can make with your mind, your ring IQ, and without having to change your whole style. Those are the things that I can see just to give him a shot to win some rounds, be more competitive, give Bud Crawford a tough fight, and see if he can wear him down and put himself in a position where he's strong enough in the middle to late rounds to actually see if he can impose some sort of fight on Terrence Crawford, impose his will on him. That's where my mind is at, bro. That's where my mind is at in terms of when it comes to the Errol Spence side of this shit. I could care less about the weight drain shit and all that extra shit people doing, bro. But y'all let me know what y'all think. Comment below, smash a like. Catch y'all on the next one. Peace out.